The best of both worlds, that's time and money. Wouldn't you agree? All right, you guys are network marketers, right? There's a test for this. Everybody stand back up again. Because I'm not sure that response was not a network marketing response. That was my son when he said he made his bed. Yes. Okay. There's 3 ways to know if you're a network marketer. You're loud, you like to have fun, and you can duplicate. All right. You're kind of loud, and I see some smiles, but now you got to duplicate. I'm going to do this, and you're going to follow me, all right? Let's go, everybody. Let's do it. Freedom! Think you guys can do that? After just one example of that, you guys think you can do it? Only network marketers can get that on the first time. Let's try it again, loud as you can. Freedom! Got it one more time. That's pretty good. Better than the first time, better than your first phone call. Your second phone call was a little better. Now, here's your third phone call. It's your third and final try, or you will be exiting the building. Let people hear you guys above. Let the people online, hey, you people online do it too. I do it in the shower, and my kids are eating breakfast, and Katie Mae, my 9-year-old, goes, there goes Daddy again. I do that every day. Okay? Here we go. Freedom! Now we're ready. Now we're ready. I'm reading a book right now by Joe Vitale for about the 10th time called The Attractor Factor. Anybody ever read that book? That's why I'm here today. Over Christmas, my wife and I were talking about what we're going to do this year. Things that I had been doing, what I wanted to accomplish. And I said, well, honey, I said, I like to go speak. Pretty decent speaker. I enjoy it. But I'm not networking in that area. I'm direct mail. I'm the guy in the basement that nobody knows about. So we talked about it, and I said, read this book, the whole book, one night, again. And so I told her, I said, yeah, I'm going to start putting out some feelers. I'm going to call Dagan Smith. I know Dagan. Diane Hockman. I'm going to reach out to Eric Worre. I didn't know Eric before this event. Christmas came by, New Year's come by, kids go back to school. I procrastinated. I didn't reach out to anybody. But I'd put it out to the universe. Get an email from Chad Porter. I don't know Chad. Matter of fact, I didn't get the email, my wife did. She goes, hey, great news. Some of that work you did has paid off. So what do you mean? You've been invited to an event. I haven't talked to anybody yet. She goes, well, read this. I read it and I go, The Attractor Factor. That's that unknown quantum that you have to learn in this business that will get you through. You have to do that. So I'd like to thank Eric personally for having me here. Also David Fry. Thank you, David. And David, now, the attractor factor is good. It's not mystical. Ooh, I'm going to attract wealth. I'd put in the work before, hadn't I, David? How'd you hear about me? Dagan Smith?
I heard about you way before Dagan.
Okay. But you watched the 2.5-hour postcard webinar I did with Dagan.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd done some work before. Then I put out the feelers. It's the combination of the two. It's the combination of the two. What I'd like to share with you guys before I get started on business, I want to share something that's very dear to me. I've been working on a project every day for 8 years. Anybody ever done that? Worked on a project for 8 years, every day? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you my 8-year project. That's my son, Bon. He's one of 5 that I have. Ages 9 months to 16 years. I think the real reason why I came to Vegas, because our 9-month-old sleeps with us, is for me to get some sleep. I'm serious. First full night's sleep I had was last night after 9 months, because the baby sleeps with us. So Friday afternoon, I was checking in, and my wife sends me this, just while I'm standing in line. And I found myself having to get out of line because tears of joy came to me. So I'm here to talk today about money. I'm here to talk today about what I've done, and hopefully you can pick 1 or 2 points up. But I'm also here to tell you today that you can make a difference in anybody's life if you want to. I've made a choice to do both. My family is very, very important to me. But when somebody says my role model is my dad, hey, that's all I ever need the rest of my life. I'm 50 right now. I've been in the business for 32 years, and that's going to ensure that I'm going to be in the business another 32 years right there. The person made a difference by teaching me and making, I love the way he spelled making, us dinner every night. Because one day I will be on Chopped. You guys watch Chopped? I guarantee you. I'd like to have MLM Chopped, wouldn't you? Get 4 of your distributors in, line them up, have 3 of your up people in your upline. Okay. You have 20 minutes to make a phone call appointment. Go. 20 minutes pass by, bring them all up, and everyone gets to tell what they did, and afterwards they said, you're on the chopping block. Boom, you're gone, out. How many of you like to weed out some of your organization like that? That'd be fun. Everything today for you online people and everybody in here today can be found at robertblackman.com. All the slides I have 105 slides. There is no way in the world that you're going to be able to watch all slides today. So I'm going to flip by some. So don't get stressed out. If you want to fold your arms and sit back and listen, you can do that because these are available on download in a PDF. You can watch them tonight. You can watch them next week. For those that are online, you can follow me there. 2 events that changed my life. I was 16 years old, grew up in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. You guys know where Bartlesville is, north of Tulsa? Okay. Chris knows what it is. He was born in Tulsa. 16 years old playing baseball, me and my best friend out in his front yard on a July morning. His dad pulls up in the driveway. It's kind of odd because it was 9:30 in the morning. His dad has leaned over the steering wheel. His head's kind of bobbing up and down. So Craig, my friend, walks over, and his dad is crying. Throws open the door, walks to the back of the car, pulls out a box, and carries the box to the front door. His wife meets him, they embrace, and they cry, and he goes in. Craig goes in, and I'm sitting out there going, what, somebody died? He comes out, and I go, Craig, what happened? He said, my dad just got fired. He's worked for this company for 40 years. He was met at the front door by 2 security officers with this box. Said, your services are no longer needed here. He said, well, can I just go in and get some of my stuff? He goes, all your stuff's right there. Can I go say goodbye to some of my friends? No. Treated him like a criminal. At age 16, I was going to be a baseball pitcher. I played 4 sports: baseball, basketball, football, and track. And what business was, my dad owned a printing company. My mom is a beautician. When I saw that happen, and he was my baseball coach, I said, is that what I want for my life for the next 40 years? So I didn't know anything about network marketing at that moment in my life. I didn't know anything about really traditional business. But here's what I knew, is I wanted to be my own boss. I was willing to work more hours for less pay if I could call the shots. Anybody here in that room feel that way? Okay, so today when I go over all this, I want you to remember, here was my mindset. I'm looking for other Robert Blackmans. So when I call somebody and they hang up on me, it wasn't me. I don't want him or her. I'm looking for me. So I don't get emotional on those. I'm looking for guys like me. Second event, went to college on a baseball scholarship, hurt my shoulder, couldn't go pro. So Dad says, come on back home. Get my degree in business management from Oklahoma State University. Come back home, go to work. I get paid $10 an hour with a college degree working for my dad. And I'm running the printing press. And that's okay, because I'm going to put in the time, I'm going to take over the family business. So I get the bright idea to get in network marketing. We joined a company, it was a little weight loss patch company. It was in pre-launch. Everybody been in a pre-launch company before? We'd had the box, but no product. So we'd walk around at these meetings and say, here, pass this box around, here, pass it around. They'd open up and go, where's the patch? It's coming, we're in pre-launch, you got to get in now, 150 bucks. Transdermal, I don't know how it works, but you just don't want to eat ever again. People are just losing weight like crazy on the trials. Get in. So I'm at the printing company at night doing meetings. Got my dad's attorney in, the CPA, the preacher and his wife. Lo and behold, I have 100 people in a room after 30 days. Everyone's passing around an empty box. Police officer walks in the back of the room. Are you Robert Blackman? I go, yes, I am. Is this XYZ company meeting? Yes, it is. Everybody in the room turns around. This meeting is being terminated. The FDA and the FTC have shut your company down because they did not get the transdermal process and the patch approved. Big gasp in the room. So I do damage control, everybody leaves. I'm a little freaked out. I'm 19. Go home to my apartment, get a knock on the door. Here's my dad. I open the door and he goes, I'm going to do all the talking. You shut up. You almost ruined our business with your little pyramid scheme. If you ever do another network marketing company or a program again, you're fired forever. Now, I want you back at the print shop at 6 a.m., and I want you to stop all this silly dreaming. So pretty much there went my warm market. Okay? So that's why I know what I know today. That was 32 years ago. So I know what I know because out of desperation comes what? Inspiration. So no matter where you've been, no matter how you're marketing right now, I'm definitely going to help you. This is my priority right here. My family. You see Bond up front with the skeleton crew. There's my wife Sherry on the right. Caton, he's 15. Katie May's in the middle, she's 10. Kellyanne is 16. She's from my first marriage. And there's our surprise baby right there, Annabella. When Sherry came to me last year at age 49 and whispered in my ear that she's pregnant, I went, by whom? When you're 49, not only does your memory go, you're not quite, So I sat there and I go, oh yeah, that was back in December on the 10th. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's our home in Norman. This was my 50th birthday party. I have my cowboy hat on, which I normally like to wear. This is a picture of us in Santa Fe at our home in Santa Fe. The reason I like this picture because I was watching the British Open when Greg Norman was almost going to win a few years ago. I like my big toe in the left. You see it over there? But more importantly, you can see right there, you can see right there in the chair, there's a little parachute. And the reason why I took the picture is I took it for Bond. Because we were shooting parachutes up in the air and we lost it. So while I was sitting there watching the British Open, it flew off the roof and landed on that chair. But isn't that a beautiful view? That's what I like. Sherry and I got married in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and so that's basically our vacation home. The kids hate it. That's why we live in Norman, Oklahoma. Love to golf. Okay, there's 3 stages of when I became a network marketer. Again, all these slides are at robertblackman.com, so if you want to write, that's great. If you don't, just relax. You got all this information at your fingertips. When I first got in the business, I was unconsciously incompetent. What does that mean? It means I was an idiot and I didn't know it. Okay? A lot of people on my team go through that same stage. Secondly, after a few years, I became what? Consciously incompetent. I now know that I don't know anything. Okay? I now know today that a lot of you are incompetent about direct mail. It's because you've never done it. But you're conscious about that now because I'm here. And that's the reason why I'm in this segment today. When you get done today, you will be in stage number 3, consciously competent. I agree with Eric that you should take at least one thing away from me today, and I'm going to give that opportunity for you as well too. Here's what else I'd like to achieve today. To help you create a profitable and duplicatable direct mail system that you tie into all your marketing efforts. All of our businesses are underexposed right now. Mine is. Your business is underexposed. Here's a quick example. Let's say the post office ran a raffle tomorrow. You pay $1 in for the raffle ticket, and you get to mail a postcard to every single household in the United States. And you print on that postcard, join my deal, and say, send $100 to here to a P.O. box. You send it to over 250 million people. Do you think you'd sign somebody up? Yes. 250 million people get a postcard that says, join my deal, as bad as the ad copy as that is. Somebody would join. Why? Because the timing was right. They were exposed to something. Right now, your business is underperforming, like mine is, because it's underexposed. For you to stop wasting your hard-earned money and to start making money. And a peace of mind. That's the more important thing. So you get up every day and take action, and you have a peace of mind that I'm not missing anything. I'm not leaving anything behind. That you're doing the right thing, and that you stop wasting time and money chasing your tail. Everybody ever chased their tail before and waste their time and money, and you get discouraged, and you just want to quit? Here's what else I'd like to achieve today, a lifelong relationship. Again, I've been in the business for 32 years. They call me the doctor of direct mail. Bond, we were at baseball practice. I'm the baseball coach. One of the baseball moms came up to me and handed me a form and says, I understand you're a doctor. What kind of doctor are you? I'm like, excuse me? She goes, well, Bond told my son that you're a doctor. Because Bond had been watching the video. You know, the video on the website that Eric created and his team, the doctor of direct mail. My kids played it 1,000 times, and here comes Daddy, yay! So my kids are in there screaming for me. So, Daddy's a doctor. That's what he does. So I tell the lady, I said, well, you know, I said, I'm a doctor, not really, not a real doctor. I said, I'm an expert in direct mail. So that lady's son says, see, Bond, I told you so, your dad wasn't a doctor. And Bond goes, yes, he is. I saw it on the internet. So they start getting in a scuffle. So we're breaking it up, and I go, okay, kids. So lifelong relationship. Direct mail statistics. I want to give you some direct mail stats to kind of give you some hope. The United States Postal Service delivers more than 149 million residences. By the way, the post office will never fail. If you think the banks were too big to fail, how many different types of banks were there? 100? I mean, in our town, there's like a different bank on every corner. Why do they need? Why do they keep building banks? Nobody's got any money. That's what they keep telling us. There's one post office, one. If they close the post office down, who's the other post office we're going to use? Nobody. It's not ever going to close, okay? 98% of consumers bring in their mail the day it is delivered. How many people have ever done this? Visualize right now when you go out and you get your mail. How many of you go to your mailbox, open it up, turn your head, grab your mail, walk inside, get the trash can, and throw it away without looking at it? How many people do that? Okay, 2 or 3. All you guys are late on your credit card bills right now, I know. But see my point? You look at your mail before you throw it away, don't you? You have to read it. 98% of the people that you send direct mail to will bring it in that same day. 77% of it sort through it immediately. Readership. 15% of all consumers receiving a catalog made a purchase on their company's website for the catalog. 15%. How many are getting a 15% conversion rate now? 3.5 billion catalogs were mailed last year. The direct mail industry employs 3.1 million people. Catalogs had the lower cost per order, which was $47 per order versus outbound telemarketing, which was $309. Pretty good statistics for direct mail. They processed 391,000 pieces of mail per minute and processed 41 million address changes in 2010. I want you to take this 30-day test with me. How many emails do you get every single day? How many phone calls do you get every single day? And how many postcards and sales letters do you get in your mailbox? Here's what I get on a daily basis. 1,037 emails a day, 31,000 emails a month. 52 phone calls a day. That's me calling out, people calling me. 1,500 phone calls a month. 0.33 direct mail pieces a day, or 10 direct mail pieces a day that are not bills or those type of notices I normally get. Here's a question. If you had something that you were dying to get to me, what do you think would be the best possible way to ensure that I read it? Which one? Which one of these 3 right here? That's right. Same with your prospects. So you have to learn how to incorporate direct mail. Now, here's the other thing I want you guys to do. Put your hand out with your finger like this. I want you to touch your nose. Inside your head is a program called Everything I Know About Direct Mail. We're going to push the button and it's going to come out. Everybody take the disc about what you know about direct mail, take it out, and I want you to do this. Okay, everything you know about direct mail is now gone. We're putting in a new program today. Now, I want you guys to reach up here now. I'm handing each one of you a new disc. What Robert Blackman knows about direct mail after 32 years, we're going to put that program in your computer right now. Put it in. Push your nose again. Okay, you guys are all now instantly smart. Isn't that great? Okay. Now you're ready to really learn. The how-to doesn't matter until you know your reasons why. I'm going to get into the how-to, but I'm going to do something real quick. Is everybody, who all has a business card right now that they can turn over and it's got a blank spot on it? Jay, come up here. Okay, everybody, he's going to pass out my business cards. The back. If you do not have a business card right now, raise your hand and he'll pass one down to you. The how-to doesn't matter until you know your reasons why. I was talking to, was it Debbie last night? We were talking last night at dinner, and what was your question to me again? Huh? Yeah, but what was the question? You had a problem with the downline distributor. Yeah, she goes, I've got downline distributors that aren't motivated. They're always calling me and whining, and they never do anything. Anybody got any of those kind of people? I said, it's very simple. I said, what's her top 3 reasons why? So we're going to do a little drill here, this little workshop here today, okay? Come on, Jay, hustle up, let's go. As any good leader, I'm going to lead by example, and I'm going to show you mine. Here's my top 3 reasons why. It's on the back of one of my business cards. You know what I used to do is I used to not do this. I didn't used to put it on the back of my business card, and now I do. So when I hand out my business cards, my handwriting is on the back of it, and it says, my top 3 reasons why. I get people that call me and say, hey, I think you gave me the wrong card. And I said, well, now you know my reasons why. I want to be my own boss. As I said earlier, I would be willing to work longer hours for less money if I could just call my own shots. I want to be with my family. You guys have already seen my 8-year project. That's a priority to me. I've made it a priority. It doesn't have to be yours, whatever your priority is. Live to be healthy to 100. How many people want to live to 100 in a nursing home? No. I want to live to 100, and I want some really good-looking nurse to be in my house taking care of me. Okay? Okay, everybody got a card? Okay, here's what we're going to do. On the top of the back of that card, on the blank side, you're going to write my top 3 reasons right now. My top 3 reasons. Then you're going to put a 1, a 2, and a 3. These are personal to you. You see mine right now. You've seen mine on the card, and you see mine on the screen. Everybody at home, you can do this too. Take your own business card and do the same thing. My top 3 reasons why. Be my own boss, be with my family, live healthy to 100. When you get done with that, stand up. When you're done writing your 3 reasons why, stand up. It's a good sign. You guys know what you want. If it takes a while, that's all right. You can get another business card tomorrow and change it. It's okay to change them. Thank you, Jay. "15 minutes into the training, and I haven't taught you hardly anything about direct mail yet, have I? Why? Because it doesn't matter when I'm going to teach you about direct mail if you guys don't go back home when I'm not there with you and get up and go to work. In our starter kits that we have, there's a business card template that has 10 of these. Have you guys seen that? You know, where the postcards are, the Office Max, Staples, whatever. And there's 10 up on a sheet. So we send that into our starter kit. So when our new distributors open up their starter kit, what does it have? They got to fill these out. They fill it out 10 different times. I'm only having you write it once today. 10 different times. And then I say, put it in your wallet, put it in your purse. When you're brushing your teeth in the morning, stick it right there as a reminder. All of us are hit with all of these advertisements, all this negativity, and we forget our reasons why. And I'm going to tell you a story of me when I did that. I'll tell that story today. Everybody? Okay. Everybody give yourself a hand. You want to talk about creating a culture in your group? You go to your meeting, you shake hands, say, hey, what's your 3 reasons why? Pass them out. Everybody in the convention should be back there showing them to your downline, your upline. Somebody's got a problem with your team, guess what? Hey, I'll tell you what, I'd love to answer that question. What are your top 3 reasons why? Do I have that from you? Then we go further with 20 reasons on a breakout session. I've been at breakout sessions where we ask someone to write down their top 20 reasons and they stop at 6. They go, this is all I got. And they go, what should I do? And I go, you just need to get out now. You're not going to make it. They go, you're serious? I go, yeah. If I only had 6 reasons why to stay in this business, I go, I'd been out 30 years ago. Okay? So this is vital to your business. So if you take one thing away from me today, nothing else you remember, remember this. The how-to doesn't matter until you know your reasons why. Everybody say that out loud. The how. Okay, let's find out the how-to. 3 reasons why people do business with you. We all know this. We've heard this in sales. They know you, they like you, they trust you. Network marketing facts that you cannot ignore. Warm marketing works best. Invite 20 people to your meeting, 10 show up on average, 5 join. You get a 50% closing rate. Warm marketing works. Okay? Before I go with this, I'm going to show you guys in my book something that's going to change. Does anybody ever have any resistance of their group saying, I don't want to contact my family and friends? Anybody ever had a problem with that? And their team or themselves? Okay. Roger, how do I turn this on? It's on? All right, here we go. Turn it. All right, very small, but this is on page 109 of my book. Excuse me, 113. This is a letter that you can mail out to your warm market. I'm going to tell you, folks, if you do this, if you use this letter, it will change your team. It'll change your life forever. Here it is. Hi, John. The purpose of this letter is to let my friends, family, and business associates know that I have started a new online business. I'm working with a company called ABC, and we market a product that everybody needs called XYZ. All that can be filled in. I need a favor from you. Can you help me out? Greg Arnold's back there at my booth. I've known Greg for 20 years. He lives in Las Vegas. I called Greg and I said, hey, Greg, I need a favor from you. He goes, sure, what do you need? I said, I need you to come sit at my booth for me in Las Vegas. He goes, sure. How many people right now have a friend that if you call them and say, hey, I need a favor from you, they say, sure. All right. That's what this letter does. I need a favor. Can you help me out? I'm very excited about this new venture, and I'm looking for a couple of people with leadership and management abilities, and I naturally thought of you, complimenting them. I have no idea if you would personally be interested in joining. Saves the friendship right there. You give them an out. Whew. Okay? Great. I don't have to talk to them now. But I know you know the right kind of people who would. I need you to watch a short video on our website and tell me who you know that I should talk to. Can you do that? To watch the short video, go here. Please watch this video and pass it along to someone who you feel can benefit from this prospecting system. Thank you for your help, and I'll give you a call in a couple of days to find out who you think you would like to get more information on how this program works. Warmly, your name, blah, blah, blah. Okay? That's the concept. You guys get that concept? The power of that is if you have people, have you ever had anyone that says they make a list and they don't ever call them? Anybody ever done that? Made a list and they never call them. Mailed them. You saw the stats already. People are going to read that. There's 300 people in this room right now. If each one of you go back home, develop a list of 100 addresses, and mail that letter, we've generated 30,000 leads today. 30,000. I'm a firm believer that you should do this first before you get involved with what I'm telling you to do now. Because you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And what's the thing I said earlier? Everyone's business is what? Underexposed. If everybody did this, there would be no cold market. But not everybody does that, do they? So use that letter. And I'm going to do a quick example. Jay, let's say I mailed you that letter right now. We're friends, and I call you, and I want you to tell me that you're not interested. Hey, Jay, it's Robert. I mailed you a letter a couple days. Hey, how you doing? Mailed you a letter a couple days ago. Did you get it?
I did.
Hey, have you watched the video?
I have.
Okay. Jay, who do you think would be interested in that you know?
Uncle Tom might.
Uncle Tom. Okay. I don't ask Jay if he's interested. I go, hey, thanks for watching it for you. Who do you think would be interested in doing that? I've had people say, well, me. Oh, really? Okay. Well, great. So that's how I generate leads in my warm market. Now, if he says his uncle, okay, right, thank you, go ahead. That's merging direct mail with warm marketing. Everybody on your team can do that. I've gone to the extent where somebody was so scared they didn't have the money, I mailed the letters for them. And I made the follow-up calls with them. Okay? What's 50 letters cost? 20, 30 bucks to mail out? You're not going to invest 20, 30 bucks in somebody who's got leads. You see, now here's what's going to happen. Now, Jay, I want you to tell me your Uncle Tom. Okay, your Uncle Tom, all right? All right, your Uncle Tom. Hey, okay, great. What's his name? What's his phone number? Hey, Jay, now if you were going to do this business, who's the second person you think of?
My sister, Joy.
Okay. Okay. Who's the third person? Okay. You see what I'm doing? If he tells me no, I say, hey, great, that's all right, I didn't think you'd be interested anyway. But I know you know the right kind of people who would be. If you were going to do this, Jay, who's the first person you'd think of? Okay, Uncle Tom. Hey, Tom, my name's Robert Blackman. You don't know me, but I'm really good friends with Jay. Great, okay. Jay recommended, I'm looking for a couple of sharp people. I'm starting a business here in town. Jay recommended that you and I get together for coffee. What, Thursday at 9 o'clock? Great. After I make that call, what's Uncle Tom going to do? Who's he going to call? Jay. Who's this Robert Blackman guy? You need to meet with him. He's pretty good. I've been friends with him for 10 or 15 years. I'll get more out of his organization, and he'll have a bigger check than Jay will, because of just that process right there. When you don't contact your warm market, you are killing your business. You are missing out on this element right here. I don't care if you have 100 people and none of them join. You don't want those 100 people. You want the 600 they'll give you. And you can do it all through direct mail. And it won't be so scary. Okay? 3 case studies I'm going to show you today. 3 case. All right, everybody's a little dry. Let's get up again. Everybody get up real quick. Come on, it's 9 o'clock, 9:30, Vegas. Come on. All right, here we go. Come on. Ooh, freedom. All right. Case study number 1. That's right. The doctor says get up. 46% conversion rate on my website. Normally, most websites get a 2 or 3% conversion rate. Here's what I have on my opt-in squeeze form. Again, all of these slides are available at robertblackman.com. Okay? Full name, email, phone number, address, city, state, zip code, country. 3 questions that have changed my life in the direct mail and the internet business. Are you in a program? And it has a drop down that says yes or no. Are you making profit in that program? Yes or no. What's your number 1 marketing problem you're having? Most people who write a website, most people who write ad copy, they're talking about things that they want to talk about. Stop selling and start solving. Everybody say that. Stop selling, start solving. How do you know what somebody's problem is if you don't ask them? Stop selling your business and start solving people's problems. They tell me their problems every day. That data that I deliver right there has made me $2 million in 4 years. Now, everybody, I'm going to also do a little housekeeping here. Everybody, I decided I'm a direct mail guy, so I went to a convention one year, spent $5,000 on how to go write copywriting. Okay, so I've been writing direct copy, direct mail for years. Went up, met the speaker afterwards, and I said, do you have any examples of your work? He goes, oh, no, I don't share any of my work with, blah, 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 blah. Well, all the stuff you're teaching up there, I already know. I can find that anywhere in the bookstore. So do you have anything? Well, you're with this girl over here, and she'll get you, next person. You want to sign my book? No, I don't. So I called the girl later and never sent me an example. So I'm a direct mail guy. I'm showing you in your little packet. If you guys are online at robertblackman.com, you can go down there, and on number 3, it says Home Study Course. You can read the same ad copy on the website that you now have in your hands right now. I wrote this, 16 pages. Okay? So that's an example of my work. So my dad always said, show me, don't snow me. I started out on the internet just collecting name, email, and phone number. How many people have a squeeze page that have his name, phone number, and email. Okay. Everybody know what the #1 squeeze page is on the internet today? Facebook. Can you get to Facebook before you opt in? No. You know what the #2 squeeze page on the internet is today? Twitter. So when people come to me, I don't like squeeze pages. I'm not going to fill that out. Fine. I want somebody who does. I'm looking for who? Robert Blackman's. I'll fill anything out because I'm looking. What my father did that day when he knocked on that door is he said, get your butt back into the print shop at 6 o'clock and stop all this silly dreaming. Did I stop dreaming? I would be the type of guy that would get Entrepreneur Magazine, Income Opportunities, and while I'm running the printing press, I'd physically write to every classified ad in the back. This was back in the day when you had to have a self-addressed stamped envelope. You guys ever, anybody here old enough to remember that? You'd have to lick a stamp, put it on an envelope, put your return address on it, the rubber stamp, fold it up, put it in an envelope and mail it to them and hope and pray they're going to send me some information. That's how I used to, so I'm sitting there 8 hours a day running a printing press because I said, I'm not going to be running this press when I'm 60. So you can't stop a dreamer from dreaming. So what was my dad trying to do? He was trying to teach me a lesson. And we try to teach our groups lessons, don't we? Don't try to teach them a lesson. Be a leader. Find out their top 3 reasons why. Here's the formula for you today. Everybody that's on your team, when you go back this weekend, this next week, get that letter, send it out to everybody that they know. If you've got 10 people on your team, 100 names, that's 1,000 fresh leads you just have. Oh, I don't want to call them. Great, let's mail them. What do I say? I don't want to call them after you mail them. Great, we'll do a 3-way call. What do I say? Don't worry about it, I'll say it for you. David Wood was right last night when he said most people really suck at making presentations. I did too. So I let my ad copy do the presentation for me. We make our websites that ad copy, but only 2 to 3% of those people sign up. Why? Why do only 2 to 3% of the people sign up from a website? Distractions. It's the holodeck. I counted before I came here, I've had 3,200 MP3s, about 4,500 PDFs, and over 1,000 videos that I've downloaded either for free or I purchased that I've never watched. Anybody done that? Yeah. It works, it's okay, but you are not real until you show up in my mailbox. Now, this stuff here will change your life because now when I'm following up with a phone call to Jay, I go, hey Jay, it's Robert. I understand that you're in a program, you're not making any money, and your #1 marketing problem is prospects. Is that right? Great. Guess what? My program solves that problem. Every problem they have, my program solves it. Okay, you get that? I can't solve your problem unless I know what it is. When you go to the doctor, what's the first thing they ask you? What's the problem? When we talk to our prospects, what's the first thing we ask them? Nothing. We just start going, hey, blah, 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 blah. Hey. Are you in a program? Are you making any money? What's your #1 marketing problem? Okay, here's this website. I've had 4,540 opt-ins. 2,133 people have ordered. That's a 46.9% conversion rate on one website, and I have a dozen. They start with a $9.95 trial offer. David's got a $5 offer. You guys heard his talk last night? Perfect. It's what we call in the industry a funded proposal. On that $9.95, I send them a copy of my book that's on Amazon. Cost me $3.47 to have it printed, plus shipping. I send them a CD, which cost me $1. That's $4.47. The digital product that they also give with that cost me $10. I've got $19.47 in a $9.95 sale. So every time somebody orders from me, I lose $10. Where did I learn that from? Jay Abraham. Anybody know who Jay Abraham is? One of the greatest marketers ever. Jay Abraham told a story. I was listening to a Tony Robbins CD set, interviewing Jay Abraham. Talked about Icy Hot. Everybody ever used Icy Hot before? Jay Abraham bought out a company where they manufactured Icy Hot. Didn't know what to do with the equipment, didn't know what to do with the product. So while they were trying to figure out what to do with that particular portion of the warehouse, the secretary came up and says, Jay, we're getting all these orders in the mail for Icy Hot. We're getting all these requests. What do I do with them? He goes, well, let me look at them. Started reading these testimonials, handwritten testimonials, checks. So he said to himself, there's something here. He didn't have any money, though. He had just bought the building. He had no financing. The cost of the product for the customer with shipping. So if you were ordering it from Icy Hot, direct mail, this before they went into retail stores, cost $3.14. So Jay came up with a brilliant idea. He goes, go to the parade people and the Sunday inserts. Everybody still get a newspaper on Sunday. You got the parade, the inserts. Go to them and tell them that we want to run a full-page ad, but I don't want to pay for it. Sarah goes, how am I going to do that? Tell them that we want them to collect the $3.14, keep the money, and send us the name. She goes, well, nobody's ever done that before. Will that work? He goes, look at these letters. So Jay taught me that day the valuable information of the value of the lifetime value of a customer. I'm willing to lose $10 every time somebody orders something from my website. It converts to $99.95 in 30 days. 71% stay on after 30 days. Got a 30% dropout. Either cars decline, they call, hey, I never got this, hey, you know, whatever. Insert excuse here. They just don't do it. That's all right. Average customer stays on for 9 months. Front-end sales last approximately, also, those 4,500 opt-ins, that wasn't 1 month, that wasn't 1 week, that was 4 years of opt-ins. 4 years. Front-end sales were $1.2 million. Back-end sales, $875,000, total of $2.1 million from 4,000 opt-ins. Now that deserves some applause. That's not my primary MLM business. It's a little digital thing I do on the side. That's not my MLM check money. I get an average of 94 people that opt in a month. The lifetime value of my customer is $985.09. Do you guys know the lifetime value of your customers? Distributors? Here's what I love. The lifetime value of an opt-in, $462.82. So let's go back up to $985. If the lifetime value of a customer is $985, am I worried about losing $10 on him? Okay, now the lifetime value is $975. Dang it. Okay? This works because I'm gathering their information and I'm filtering out the people. Who am I looking for? Robert Blackmans. Am I looking for the whiners? Am I looking for the people that charge back? Am I looking for the people that have been in 16 deals and are going to ask me 60,000 questions, show up at every meeting with nobody in tow? They're there, but that's not who I'm looking for. I sort and filter on my websites for me. You need to start doing the same thing for your business. Whatever your name is, insert it. I'm looking for me. This does it for me. You must mail a sales letter. Now again, the ad copy that's on your website, I take that ad copy and I put it into a sales letter. You must mail that sales letter within 24 hours. That is the same as your website ad copy. Multiple exposures. How many people in the room have gone to a website for the very first time, pulled out your credit card, and ordered that product or service? Okay? 5% of the room. Average on the internet is 2 to 3%. I average 46% because I go that extra mile. Here's a sample of that letter. Here's what I do. It's a 10-page sales letter, which is 5 sheets of paper. Imagine this. I go down to Kinko's and I give them all of my ad copy on sales letters and they collate it and crisscross it except for the top page. That top page, I print off my inkjet printer, which cost me $60. I take that, I customize that right there. You see my name's in the upper left-hand corner. The next one is going in a window. That's the name of the prospect. That's in a Microsoft Word document. How many people have Microsoft Word? You're in the direct mail business. How many people have a printer, inkjet or laserjet printer at home? You're in the direct mail business. You don't need to go buy 10,000. Direct mail is not renting a list for 10,000 names and spending your mortgage payment on postage. That's not direct mail, at least not for network marketing. So I take that letter. Remember, this is laborious for me. I get 3 opt-ins a day. Whew. When do I find time? Okay? My 14-year-old son's doing this now for me, and I'm paying him. So I don't even touch it. I put it in a number 9 double window envelope. If you didn't know what that was before, this keeps you from typing on the outside of the envelope, hand addressing, or printing the envelope. See? It's got my address at the top, their address down left. Fold it over, tri-fold it into a number 9 window. Everybody stand up. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, come on. Freedom. Envelope talk is not exciting. It's a necessary evil of my presentation. Okay, $20 down at Costco or Sam's or Walmart, you can get a box of 500 of number 9 window envelopes. You've got a printer. You've got Microsoft Word. You have a website that's collecting the addresses for you. You type them in. You mail it out. That's 1 ounce. An envelope in 5 sheets of paper is 1 ounce. You're in the direct mail business. I do 3 a day, and I've made $2 million over the last 4 years. So remember, you've got that new Robert Blackman direct mail CD in. Some of you want to punch it out and put the old one in yet? Okay? Anybody can do this. Whatever product or services. That's case study number 1. That's me. Recap. Opt-in page requires what? Street address. If they don't fill in the street address, guess what? They come through anyway. All I require is an email. 85% of the people who go to my opt-in page give me everything. Here's an interesting fact. The street addresses that I get are more accurate than the phone number, and it's more accurate than their email address. Why is that? Nobody wants me to call them. Nobody wants to be sold. When you guys go to, have you ever gone to a website and put in a phony phone number? I have. I do it all the time. You ever put in a phony email address? I used to put in the email address of my ex-wife. For a while, until her attorney got hold of me. Just so I could bypass that squeeze page to find out what the information was. Why? Because I get 31,000 emails a month. You have a traditional website. You have your traditional email follow-ups. I've got an autoresponder. I call them. Hey, Jay, notice you opt in, notice you're in a program, blah, 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 blah. And then I mail them a sales letter number 9. That's the recap. That's my $2 million system right there. And each and every one of you have the talent to do it right now. Case study number 2. About 6 years ago, I went through a really bad funk. Everybody a bit of funk, depressed? Okay. In your sheet, I'm going to do a little housekeeping here. Hold that sheet up right there that you have. It's got my name on it. No, not that one. This one right here.
I have loose pages.
That's all right. That's all right. You're right here.
They're going to follow.
Here, I'll get that. Everybody open it up right here. Do some housekeeping. When I teach, because I've got 5 kids and I'm a coach for baseball, basketball, soccer, whenever I speak like this, what makes me comfortable is that I act like my kids are in the audience. Anybody ever lie to their kids? I mean, no, you don't really lie to your kids. You may not tell them all of the truth, but as a parent, what are you trying to do with your kids? You're trying to make them better than you, aren't you? We all want something better for our children than we had for ourselves. We're always trying to teach them the lessons that we have learned. So here's a lesson today for my children. Down here at the bottom it says, his best year in network marketing was $1.7 million. I have to come clean today, that's true. I'll also come clean today. I'm not making that now. Not make less. I make less. Yes, I'll need that. Thank you. I make less than that now. So I want you to know it's okay to think that if you used to make $5,000 or $10,000 a month and you're not now, there's nothing really wrong with you. I've been there. 5 years ago, I had a $1,600, I just can't believe it now, $1,600 a month Mercedes-Benz lease payment. Wow. I think about it now and I go, how stupid is that? But I was making $25,000 a month. I was spending $26,000 a month. I was. Owed $100,000 to the IRS. 1099 income, they don't take out taxes. Oh, I'll do that next month. Let's go on vacation. I fell prey to all of those temptations. The economy hit, my business fell. I stopped doing what I just did. This is what I've been doing the last 4 years. Before that, I stopped doing all that stuff. I didn't want to get involved in recruiting anymore. When they pulled away the Mercedes, one of my children comes out and says, where are they taking the car, Daddy? I said, it's just time for a new one. It's not really a lie. It was time for a new one. So now we're down got one car. But when that car got taken away, part of my self-esteem went with it. Part of my confidence went with that. Now I felt when I was talking to somebody on the phone that I was a fraud. So when you read these numbers, there's a rule in my house about network marketers. Do you know when you talk to somebody in network marketing, here's what you do. Whatever they say, you cut it in half. Then you cut it in half again, and you got half the truth. That's right. Okay? So when you read that number of $1.7 million, that was 10 years ago. I'm not making that now, but I don't have a job. Okay? So I wanted to give you the courtesy of full disclosure, because I think that's important. So what I did is thank you. What I did is I would go to the back porch. In the evenings, I like a nice cigar, nice port. Anybody here a cigar smoker like that? So I'd come to bed. My wife would be in bed, and I'd nudge over to her, and she goes, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. She goes, you smell like horse shit. So being a network marketer, you know, we're always trying to solve problems. We're always trying to fix it. So here was my solution. I'm going to get up at 5 in the morning, and I'm going to start smoking cigars with a cup of coffee and some Baileys in it. This is during my funk time, okay? So that way, by the end of the day, all that smell, I got a chance to shower, so then I'm in the evening. And so, you know, I brushed my teeth, I used Listerine, and it was like 14 hours ago I had that cigar. I come into bed, my wife goes, your breath still stinks. So I go in there and mouthwash, she goes, look, just stop smoking them. So one day, you got to remember, when I started a downward spiral in my business, a business partner had embezzled $300,000 from me. He was my webmaster. What happened is our merchant account went from $8,000 a month to $20,000 to $120,000 in sales to $234,000. My merchant account got shut off at about $120,000. I'd had it for 10 years in the printing business. Called the bank, said, hey, we're going digital. I said, way to go, Robert, let's go. Talked to the president of the bank. Bean counters came in and said, hey, these are all unsigned receipts, and we're terminating your merchant account at $120,000 a month. I had $150,000 in the bank. And I said, well, just use that as take it. Just take the money. Use it as leverage. We don't want your money. We don't want your kind of business. So I go to my webmaster. He goes, I can get you a merchant account. I got one. So we went from $120,000 a month to $234,000 that next month. His merchant account gets terminated. Okay, we call the merchant bank. We're going to hold it for 6 months. Okay, great, that's cool. I got a couple of $100,000 set in the bank. We'll fund the business. We'll fund taxes. We can operate. It's okay. It's going to be all right. 6 months goes by. My webmaster disappears. Why? Because the bank wired him $230,000. Been in this guy's home. Kids had spent the night with him. Thought he was a great friend. So my self-esteem and how stupid can I be? Okay, because I was caught up in the flash. I was caught up. It's never going to end. 300 sign-ups a day. So I failed to plan ahead. thought I had a couple $100,000 in the bank. I thought that was enough. So, didn't tell any of the downline members, kept funding everything. It's all behind the scene. But I'm out on the back porch drinking and smoking cigars every day. I stopped calling people. Wouldn't call anybody back. I'm a failure. Anybody ever been there before? If you haven't, there's somebody in your downline. My wife came in because every month she was taking about 20 grand out of the savings account and dumping it into the operating account. She started paying all the bills, doing everything. I was just a vegetable. Nothing. She'd come in about 9:30 and she'd taken the kids, fed them all. She goes, "You getting out of bed today?" And I go, "Nope." "You going to do anything today?" "Nope." "Okay." She'd walk away. So she came outside one day and said, "Hey, great news. I just put the last $20,000 in the operating account. We're out of money." She goes, "By the way, here's a telemarketing job." She goes, "Maybe you'll be good at talking because you do talk really well. You don't do anything, so I found a job just for you. Go for that job interview because you're really good at talking." So, okay, make my wife happy, get her off my back, I go to the job interview. Sit through, the guys come in, they do their, your little questionnaire. I go through 3 or 4 different, and so finally I go, "Hey, wait a minute. What does this job pay?" They go, $40,000 a year. I go, "A year? I'm used to making that a week." And they go, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "That's a good question. What am I doing here?" So I get out, leave the interview, shake their hand, "Sorry, thank you, it's not for me." Get in the car. I'm kind of happy because I finally stood up for myself a little bit. What am I doing here? I'm at a stoplight and I have one of those holy cow moments and I go, "What am I going to tell my wife?" I left the interview. So I reach over, as at a stoplight, I reach over to the visor and flip it down, and there's another flip down there, and out popped top 3 reasons why that I'd filled out 6 years earlier. If you don't have this, when things happen to you badly, you see, I stopped feeding my mind. I want you guys to say, after I say this, I want you to, every time you feed your body, feed your mind. Every time you feed your body, feed your mind. I stopped doing that. I wasn't prepared for $230,000 in a whole entire business to go away. Why? Because that was my belief level. And I didn't want to go do it again. It was so doggone hard. And I didn't think I could do it if everybody knew the truth. How can I tell them of this huge failure and then go, "But get in with me because I'm great"? Look how stupid I am. Okay? So we all go through this. So when that card fell down at that stoplight, I bawled like a baby because I so much wanted to be that man I was 6 years ago. The reason I wasn't, because I stopped feeding my mind. When I came up here today, what was the very first thing I told you guys? Read a book. I got 6 minutes left, okay, guys? I'm going to go. Remember, these slides are online. Because I think this is more important. Because the how-to, I can teach anybody in the consulting call for an hour, okay, personally. That's the mechanics. I can give you the mechanics, but I can't. Mechanics don't work if you don't have your top 3 reasons why. So, 32 years in the business, I should be called the godfather of MLM, okay? So listen to your godfather today. I've made these mistakes. And I want you to know that it was this card that turned into this book. I got off my butt and I said, I'm going to write a book about everything I know. This book revived me because I started reading. So if you don't read, you're going to run out of gas. If we stop eating food, we die in 30 days. But you can stop reading and live forever, can't you? I was talking to a prospect the other day and he goes, "What kind of books do you recommend?" I go, Magic of Thinking Big, How to Win Friends and Influence People. He goes, "I read all those in high school." I said, "Well, how many chapters are in Magic of Thinking Big?" He goes, "I don't know." I said, "What are the name of the chapters?" He goes, "I don't know." So let me ask you a question, John. I said, "Do you fill up gas in your car?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Do you go to the same gas station?" Or do you bypass, oh, I've already been to that gas station, I've been to that gas station. When you go to a restaurant, they got steak, chicken, seafood. You go there and say, oh, I've already had a steak before. Has anyone ever eaten a steak more than one time? It's okay to read a book more than once. Say that out loud. It's okay to read a book more than once. That is the gas to your body. Most of you do not have a book in your room right now that you're reading. I got 3 because that's my fuel. That's my fuel. Case study number 2. I'll go through this very quickly. All this is online, robertblackman.com. My client had excess inventory. He hired me. Had only 800 distributors in his MLM company after 2 years. I created a $7.95 offer for a 30-day trial for his product. We put in 1,605 new customers in 90 days. Here's what's cool about it. He wouldn't let me put anything on a website. He wouldn't even let me do an 800 number. There was no way to fax it in. The people had to hand it to him, fill it in, and then mail the order form into the company. And we put in 1,605 new distributors in 90 days. You look at that and say, well, there was 800 distributors. You about doubled. Only 60 people participated in that. So 60 people brought in 1,600 new people in 90 days with that 30-day free trial offer. Had to mail in every form. See that line right up here, the very top one up there on the far right? That's when I got fired as a consultant. Didn't need me anymore, did he? He thought he knew it all. 30 days after he fired me, he stopped the free trial and the whole company plummeted. And there's the total customers they had. There they are right there. I like the top blue one because that's where I got fired too. The very top on the right, that's when he fired me. 4 steps to success in this. Step 1, a free 30-day trial, $7.95. Step 2, follow-up phone call on day 7. Hey, Jay, did you get your product in? By the way, Jay, when you get your product, open it up, put it in the refrigerator. Why do I tell my customers, whether it's a pill or juice or anything else, why do I tell them to put it in the refrigerator? Refrigerators open an average of 200 times a day. You got 200 times. I open it about 100. Okay? I got 200 opportunities for them to see my product and consume it. If they don't consume the product and they got 90 days worth of supply of your product, what do? Stop. Okay, little tip there. Step 3, follow up on day 14. Hey, Jay, I know you've got the product. Have you been taking it? How's it going? Great, good. Follow up on day 28. Hey, Jay, you got any friends you want to put on that free trial? You've been on this for 28 days now. Okay, it was a product that had to work, and it did. Case study number 3, Facebook, free samples. 1-page sales letter that we had on the internet. So had a client, he had $6 million in volume in one leg, nothing in the other. 6 million in one leg, 0. He goes, can you help me? I go, yes, I can. Created a 1-page sales letter. We put a 6-minute company-approved video. We put in big red letters, no credit card needed in red. We put an add to cart button. Now, we started out putting an opt-in page. We had to opt in, but that felt too much like email. So we put the add to cart button, or call me for your free sample. We had 114,000 impressions, 142 clicks, 65 requests for the free sample, 6 orders for $600 in commissions. Cost per click was 18 cents. Total spent was $25.56. Okay? Merging the internet with what? They get the samples in the mail, and what is it? It's real. Hey, I might be onto something here. Okay, don't have time to talk about postcards. Again, it's on the site. I've got some offers for you today. You've got it in the middle here, and I'm going to have you guys take these out and handwrite because I'm going to offer some specials here today. Special package number 1, complete writing of your marketing documents. Everything you saw up here today, I'll write for you. I'll put myself in your shoes, and I'll go to work for you. Normally $1,997. Take half off that, it'd be $997, or 3 payments of $397. So write on package number 1, 3 payments of $397. It'll be done in 60 days. Guess what? You got 3 payments in 90 days. When's the project completed? 60. I complete the project before you fully pay me. Okay? I'm not going to find that anywhere else. Package number 2, 4 1-hour coaching calls. Great thing about these seminars, you get to hear us, but you never get to talk to the speakers, it seems like. At least for me it was. You can talk to me, I'll help you solve your problems. Normally $997 for 4 1-hour coaching sessions, $497. Or 3 payments, write this down, 3 payments of $197. Special package number 3 is $197. Pull out this insert, it has my picture on it. You can get this entire course, 33 audios, my book, digitally for $1 today. $1 download, and in 30 days it goes to 97 bucks. Had a guy told me yesterday, we heard about this, he goes, I don't have $97, so in 30 days I'm not going to be able to pay you. And I go, well, we got 30 days to apply these things. You have a 30-minute phone consultation. He goes, why do you do all that? I go, because I'm looking for other people like me. And I stopped doing that, and my business stopped a year later. And I have an 8-year project that needs me there every day. That's my reasons why, okay? So $1. How many people today have $1? Take advantage of it. If you want to cancel immediately as soon as you order, do it. You have my permission. Everybody say, I can cancel. I can cancel. Okay. I want you to get the 33 audios. That's the digital. The physical product, I will send you the physical product for $7.97, and then 2 payments of $97, plus the digital. So you get the best of both worlds. You get physical and digital. Okay? I have, one copy back there, Greg? Yes. I have 1 copy of the book and the physical of the CD. That's all I brought with me. We'll ship them for free. There's no shipping on these. But the first person goes back and orders today, you'll get this and I'll autograph it for you. Anyone else who orders the package, I'll autograph that book for you as well too. Okay. One thing that I want you to take away from today is what? What are your what? Reasons why. Everybody hold up right now, out of their purse, out of their wallet. Everybody hold up the reasons why. That is what is going to get you through the ups and downs of your life and the ups and downs of this business. Because after 32 years, I can tell you truthfully as the godfather or the doctor that they're going to happen. They happened to me and I wasn't ready and it cost me. And I don't want that to happen to you guys. Thank you very much.